and there is a lot on social media about this right now. And it is about this rapper, this artist who came out with these demonic, Satan shoes, Satan sneakers.
Right.
Apparently there's like actual human blood in them or whatnot. But as we were talking about it, you said something interesting where you said, your main issue isn't even with him or what he did, but more of the responses
Right.
that this is generating.
Yeah.
So I want you to unpack a little bit of that.
Yeah, first of all, I think it's an insult to all artists to give him a title of artist,
Right.
Pastor Moses. But I was actually thinking to myself, why am I not more troubled about this story? And I am troubled. Don't misunderstand me. But
Right.
my friends, I expect the ungodly to be ungodly, and clearly. This individual is a deviant.
Yeah.
There's no way about it. He is very in your face. He is another one of these quote unquote, church hurt people that is attracting all these wounded people, never taking any responsibility
Right.
for their own lifestyles and their own actions.
Yeah.
But what is very concerning to me is the response or the lack of response by society in general. I mean, not that I'm advocating this, but there was a time, Pastor Moses, that we would burn people like this at the stake because to have this kind of relationship with the demonic, literally, they wanted to eliminate you from the face of the earth. And here again, before you go all insane, I'm not suggesting we do that,
Right.
but I'm saying, wow, haven't we just gone from one extreme to the other, from burning people
Right.
for having any kind of association with the demonic, where now it's just in your face.
Right.
There's really no backlash, no real response. I mean, people have become more infuriated for less things. And you know what I thought about Pastor Mo is it just shows me how primed the world is for the Antichrist. That literally Satan could show up and say, I'm taking over. I'm going to fix your problems. And I'm not sure if the average person, I'm not talking about the believer,
Right.
but just the average decent individual, I'm really beginning to question whether they would resist what they would say to something like that, or just be so desensitized to go along with it. It is very, very concerning in this whole postmodern world that we live in, where almost nothing seems to faze people.
Right.
We hear of atrocities, we hear of all kinds of things that occur. Now you have this individual. Is it true? Is there human blood in these shoes? It just doesn't faze anybody that this guy is clearly promoting. You had told me, I haven't seen it, some video clip, and he's dancing in front of the devil in his underwear. Like it just doesn't, clearly, this isn't even a joke. This isn't theatrics. This person clearly has an intimate relationship with the diabolical. He makes no bones about it.
Yeah.
He has a lifestyle that is completely deviant. You would want no child to follow.
Right.
And yet we just go along with it as he just bought a pair of sneakers.
Right.
Very, very concerning.
Yeah. And not to mention that it's just weird. Look,
Yeah.
just to even separate ourselves from the spiritual implications of it, it's just weird,
Yeah.
right? And yet people are just flocking to it, or are just like, oh, let him be him.
Right.
And it's like we're advocating weirdness beyond the spiritual level. Now there are obviously spiritual implications,
Right.
but it's like, why can't people just call weird?
And correct me if I'm wrong, because I believe I saw a picture. This is a Grammy winner. Is that correct?
Yeah, I think.
Is that fake? Is that real? Has this person been awarded?
I think he has. I think there was a very popular song that came out in 2019.
Right.
That was wildly popular over social media. Little kids are singing it.
Wow.
It was a part of even a video game that kids are playing, and so it's interesting, right? This artist comes out, attracts kids, children, and there's like an innocent, catchy song, and then it's like now you get an invitation to see who this person really is.
Right.
And what's terrible about that is there are people already following him because this side of him wasn't revealed yet. and now they're exposed to this demonic weirdness.
Right.
And you're talking about the church hurt people. It's interesting, right? Like people who have been hurt by the church, or even hurt by anything.
Correct.
Like mocking what you've been hurt by is not going to heal you.
Correct.
Like that's never the right. Like if you're hurt by the church, mocking the church doesn't heal you if you're hurt. Like you have to deal with that at a deeper level and get to the bottom of certain things.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
But Pastor, even there,
Yeah.
even if you are hurt,
Yeah.
right, to follow this individual,
Right.
like to say, oh, I'm going to follow you. You're my role model. I'm
Right.
going to associate with you.
Yeah.
Is bizarre. Like that. Do you know what I mean? Like you can actually identify in the sense of with hurt or pain or whatever.
Yeah.
But then say, but you, I'm not going to follow. You,
Right.
I'm not going to associate with. And that people would just get behind this individual, and as you say, it's viral, people are following him. And I just want to say this, this is not just theatrics, this is not just cartoons or fun. This is very, very serious. People are opening up their lives, their mind, their soul,
Yep.
to the demonic realm, and the devil's not to be played with.
Right.
And clearly this individual is not only demonic, this individual, and I want to go online, has a demon, if not multiple. You just can't be this way.
Right.
This individual needs to be set free, quite honestly.
Right. And I think people have this interesting concept of, if I'm going to be anti-God, then I'm going to become friends with the devil.
Right.
It's like you can't be friends with the devil. People don't understand this. The devil hates you. Not because you're Christian or even if you're not Christian, the devil still hates you because you're made in the image of God.
Correct.
So whether you're a believer, whether you're an atheist, the devil hates you. And so Jesus dies for us to redeem us out of that. And so you can't be friends with the devil. You're fooling yourself.
Correct. And even, Pastor, even Nike, my latest understanding is that Nike has sued him.
Yeah, I think they're in the process of doing that.
Which I think it's more of a public, thing than really saying we are just, flabbergasted by that. Like Nike has been upset about lesser things than this. And to be honest with you, I don't even think they're that upset because you know what they say, negative publicity is better than no publicity. This is free advertisement for them.
Yeah.
And even them, I would think that they would have taken a stronger stance against something like this. So here again, it's the thermometer of society in general is very, very frightening when it comes to this stuff.
Yeah.